Hi, I'm back with the 8th episode of a 20-episode series where I actively exploit people's morbid curiosity and make them play something that works just well enough for me to get footage, but just poorly enough to make the other 9 people in your game question your intelligence. As I have already made a video on how to be as cancerous as possible, this build will focus on how to make the game as frustrating as possible. So get ready to be reported to Riot for giving the enemy the most frustrating experience of their life. You will also probably get reported to the United Nations Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Efforts for engaging in psychological warfare and traumatizing the other 9 people in your league game. So proceed with caution when playing this build, as I, a very small content creator, don't want to lose any returning viewers due to them being on a watch list, or being imprisoned, or getting banned from using a computer. Now, as I've just won my first Clash tournament as support, I'm really in the mood of playing more support. The first thing that came to mind is that leesin is taking over Soloqueue by storm, as he's playing the jungle, mid, and top, but there's no signs of him in the bot lane. So I'm here to change that. Therefore, I present to you Sugar Daddy leesin. Now, this is a build that I've been playing since Season 7, but since runes got changed back in Season 8, and items got changed this season, so I had to remake my build. Therefore, this is technically Sugar Daddy leesin remastered. But don't worry, as I do a lot of extensive testing for my videos, and has proved that this remastered leesin build is in fact better than the remaster of the shitty Halo Combat Revolved. Even though leesin is a highly skill-intensive champion, this build changes it and makes him into a champion that even the most mentally handicapped donut can play.
Is there anything today that I ate that wasn't microwaved? The salad. You fucking donut. Of course you don't put fucking salad. It wasn't you.
Anyways, I'm still gonna go through his abilities with you, just in case you're the one who microwaves salads. Leesin passive, Flurry. After casting an ability, next to auto attacks or restore energy and gains increased attack speed. So do not, under any circumstances, stop auto attacking minions. Leesin Q, Sonic Wave. Do not let the name of this ability deceive you, as the projectile speed is slower than my internet connection. Other than that, this ability is your main tool for harassing in lane, so learn it first and cast it on cooldown. Just don't be a fuck up that recasts it or puts more than 1 point into it. Leesin W, Safeguard and Iron Will. First cast allows you to dash at an ally and shield them. That's literally it. Use it to shield an ally. There's absolutely no other uses for it at all. Second cast allows you to heal for damage dealt for the following 3 seconds. Okay, yeah, you can use first cast to ward hop, but I would not recommend you using it this way as it puts the ability on double the cooldown. Because your shield has the highest base value and race shield that can also be casted on an ally, you're gonna max this ability first to become the best Sugar Daddy that's ever walked on Summoner's Rift and giving Taric players the next existential crisis. Leesin E, Tempest and Cripple. First cast, Leesin smacks the ground, dealing damage and affecting visible targets with true sight. Second cast reduces the attack speed and movement speed of units hit by Tempest. Max this ability second, as the attack speed slow will indeed cripple most ADCs. Leesin R. Leesin kicks the targeted champion, turning them into Tristana ult. For runes, you'll be running a full scaling AP page. Wait, no, wrong script. For runes, you'll be running Somnary as your keystone, as this will give you extra damage for your Q harass, as well as giving you a shield that will make even the most veteran Janna players horny. Then, taking Nimbus Cloak, as leesin physically can't use Mana Flow Band, and nullifying Orb needs a fucking rework, as it's utterly worthless right now. I swear to God, Riot actually forgot about it. It was added back in patch 7.22, and was never touched on ever again. Next, take Transcendence. This combined with 2 items will lower your shield cooldown to near non-existence, allowing you to shield again before the current shield expires. After which, pick up Scorch when revitalized for the extra damage from shielding plus healing from Font of Life. This is the point of the video where I firmly ask you to drop a sub, leave a like or dislike, then check out my Discord. For summoner spells, take Flash Exhaust as you're playing support. Because you're playing support, you'll need a support item. Before the support item may work, I ran into a coin, but it, along with my future, was removed, so take Spell Thief's Edge instead, as it gives the most AP. Next, buy an Everfrost. By this point, you may just be as confused as this Twitch and wondering what fucking part of leesin is AP. And to answer this, he has great scaling on his Everfrost, Nashers, Aerie, and W, and to also trigger Cosmic Drive's passive. On that note, your next 2 items are gonna be Cosmic Drive into Nashers, in that exact order. With the cooldown reduction from Everfrost, Cosmic Drive, Ionian Visual Lucidity, and Transcendence, this will lower your W cooldown to the same as the shield duration. Now be sure to help yourself with a hot dose of blue buff, as this will lower your shield cooldown to below the duration. Now, with the help of Nashers, you'll be able to auto between Ws, allowing you to not run out of energy, after which pick up a Staff of Flowing Water for the extra healing, shield power, AP, and CDR. Then trade your boots for Black Cleaver to help shred the enemy's armor and make you a bit more tankier so you don't get one-shot. as you're playing an enchanter support, so play like one, and stay back to shield your allies, because with this build, you have a near 1000 health shield on a near 0-second cooldown. The amount of times that you will blue ball the enemy team with the absurd shooting that you do in the game will alone be able to traumatize the other 9 people in the game. Yet again, as you're playing enchanter support, you must pop out to secure the kills for your team, so you can better support your team with your already highest base value shield and the highest AP ratio for a shield, in turn turning you into the best sugar daddy that there is, because fuck Darkk. Honestly though, this shit is actually extremely good into assassins and divers, as they only have their initial burst of damage, which you can block with this build. Anyways, check out my stream, Discord, leave a like or dislike, hit that subscribe button, and enable notifications, as I plan on uploading weekly now.